And so we are, believe it or not, kind of winding down here a little bit. So review questions from last week's quiz, same format. Another thing to note about the final is it's just going to ask that you use the same spreadsheets that you've been making all semester on the final. So just
Put them all together in one.
I don't know if you put them together in one, but just be sure they're well labeled, they're well organized, that they're cleaned up.
One spot.
Yeah, just one spot where you can get to them so that you can run your numbers. Okay, and then this course, energy storage and distribution, pulls together a lot of different concepts. We've studied air compressor systems, we've looked at batteries, we've looked at wind, we've looked at solar, we've done a lot of pricing, and so the integration part is big. So again, I haven't really changed anything from when Al Frazier wrote this. He said, I want you to prepare a story, answer using material from the class. You select the topic of your response, something from the reading material, student resources, energy storage in the electric system, how it works, developing your spreadsheets as models. We've just been doing a lot of water horsepower. We did variable frequency drives last time. We now know what reactive power is, and we've done a lot with the rate schedule. So there's a lot going on. Post your one-page story to your classmates. Review. Have fun. And then just turn it in as assignment 12. This is the first time I've really taught this thing wire to wire, so I don't have too many examples. So again, just have fun with it, and it's
Free write.
yeah, just get creative. There's not a whole lot of room for creativity in the course, so here's your opportunity. Or and even like envision some future. Here's what I think the future of energy is going to look like. If I had it my way, write it like a little sci-fi type of thing. But work in the technical terms.
Gotcha.
Use the word flux capacitor and all that good stuff.
How much water horsepower comes with it?
Yeah, here's what it might look like.
What the losses are.
Right. Think of some of their kind of wacky energy storage device you might think of. Okay. Any remaining questions? That's part 3. We can cover. I know we've touched on everything to some degree, but now's the time to.
Obviously, the final is not going to be on those days.
Yeah. Let's look at this. Let's look at the schedule, though. I was probably just going to launch the final over like the Monday of finals week,
Works for me.
and just give you the week to finish it up.
Is that
So it's
what?
just going to be online?
Yeah, must be online.
That makes it so much easier.
Calendar.
A little more stressful.
Because I guess, I don't know, I found myself in a little bit of a engineering bind last week. We were out with some potential business partners, and somebody actually said, hey, if you're going to convert hardened generating from coal to wood, how much wood do you need?
Oh, shoot.
And it was strange. I sat down, I started with Microsoft Excel. Maybe I told you the story. And you're thinking about it in your head, and then I swear I just whipped out the napkin and I solved it really quickly. And so the point I'm making is, take your time on the exam, but if I'd been sitting there 2 hours later and I didn't have the answer, it would have been an issue. So the point is, you got the tools, move through them quickly and efficiently. Sorry about that.
I'll be right back.
Oh, super. Okay, my Layton.Bradley, or Bradley.Layton, at Gmail, okay. I can check it.
School. Huh? Scott.
I'm trying to get, speaking of Woody Biomass, I'm trying to get on the board of the Tom Green Park. And we can take their spare wood and make fuel and fertilizer with it. No conflict of interest.
No?
Public-private partnership. Okay, where's the, okay. Behave here, behave.
You're gonna go to the next one.
No, I gotta get my mouse dialed in first.
Oh, such a scary sight already.
Here's commencement. Here's week 15, May 8th. So finals, when do finals begin?
And then it 15th or 16th week? 15th? Yeah, week 8, because the commencement's 12th, you want finals coming up.
I would hope so.
Here we go.
It does start to slow down this time of day.
Because all the kids get on the internet. I'm telling ya.
I'm on, they can't be on our little,
But we all frequent off the same lines and towers. You can't tell me there's not a lag due to the overcrowd.
yeah. I won't tell you. I won't tell you.
The
Gotta
world's
be
not
there.
that big.
Finals are the 8th to the 12th, so I will,
Open it on the 8th.
I'll open it up on the 8th.
I'm not looking forward to that final.
You shouldn't be. I mean, you should be looking forward to having it behind you.
That part I am.
Yeah,
The doing it part, I'm not.
10 days, it's only 18 days away. It's 2.5 weeks away.
You had to put it in the reality.
16, no, 18 days.
18 days, that puts a lot of stress on
How many seconds is that? Let's put it in seconds.
No.
It's many, many seconds away.
We don't want to convert to the
Oh,
I watched that movie last night, Silence. Oh my God.
which one?
Silence?
Do I want to hear
It's
that?
about the 1600, it takes place in the 1600s in Japan.
Okay.
Back when the Japanese were shunning Christianity, trying to get it out of Japan. So they were killing people for being Christians and
Ugh.
torturing priests and whatnot.
Sounds terrible.
It was a really interesting movie.
Not like Christianity.
It's a 3-hour movie, but I thought it was good. It wasn't what I expected, but it was pretty good. I was impressed.
I want to check this one out.
What is it?
It's the BP transmission map. BPA, Bonneville Power Authority.
See how little we have in Montana?
Well, that's just the BPA. Yeah, there's some other giant lines that come, out of, like Colstrip just shoots all the way straight to Seattle. Little trip.
That's the big trains you see coming through?
the wires.
It'd be a huge tower, like, and everyone call them wire towers, but
Yeah, and it sounds like there's more transmission due to come in Montana pretty soon.
that would be nice.
You know, it's gotta go somewhere.
Putting up some windows,
If we can get everybody to agree upon it. That's the
yeah. Two
truth.
Americans, we're loud enough to agree.
Right?
Oh, this is good. There's a lot of hydro. It's a lot of hydro, it's a lot of wind. There's gas, there's coal, there's nuke, there's biomass. Where's solar? It might not even be, it might be so tiny you don't even see it.
No, you're looking at your colors wrong, I mean, solar is the
Is
light
that-
blue.
is that solar?
That, the big,
There's
of the blue is high.
Biomass is the orange.
So there's no nuke, but it's just funny they're in that order
No,
though.
nuclear is there, it's, there's gotta be
There's
another.
three different blues there.
Yeah, there is.
There's three blues on the,
What did you do that for?
oh here, now you can see it better.
There's three blues on the, there you go.
Oh, still don't see three blues out there.
Well, that's hydro, obviously, but if we just go around the horn, hydro, wind, gas, coal, nuclear, biomass.
Solar's invisible.
Solar is just
Visible
so
blue.
minute, it's not even in the pie chart.
No,
That's sad,
well,
But true.
but true.
That's what Metallica said. Is that the truth?
Yeah, at least that's what I learned when you were playing. We need to go do some more educating.
Interesting to see what the United States does with their nuclear here, because most of the plants are coming up for that time.
mm-hmm,
Bury them all. That's my opinion.
yeah.
Bury them all.
So here's the load. Everybody's kind of up and at 'em, and you know away, and then here it is again. That's kind of
Yeah. Kids are home, parents are working. Kids are
Everybody getting
home,
up in the morning.
parents are working.
Before bed.
mm-hmm,
That's funny.
yeah. So here's let's see, based on 5-minute readings, wind generation is in green. So that was kind of nice when those two aligned, right?
Yeah, the next one did too.
You know,
This is actually kind of data.
it's,
Close to real time.
it's pretty close. Yeah, it is.
Pretty cool.
It is pretty dang cool. So there's your wind in green, hydro is in blue, a lot of hydro. Thermal generation, including nuclear, in brown.
So when it's long,
So you can see, hey, let's, fire that up.
get it rolling. Kind of go with the flow a little bit there.
Nuclear is in cobalt. I guess that's what this guy is. That must be cobalt.
That's cobalt, you think it was purple.
Yeah, that's the only color left.
And that was what? Nuclear?
Yeah, this is nuclear.
Why is it so low and so flat?
It's more of a constant.
It's
It's just
the
there.
base
It's
load.
long, Yeah, they don't turn them off.
You don't really turn them off. when you-
Yeah.
Not an instantaneous
Yeah,
switch.
it's the base load. Well, so, and this also tells us right away that we export a lot of energy. These are all in the same units. That hydro is getting sent out of the state.
There's a lot of hydro here just in Montana, isn't there?
The whole
Yeah.
Gorge, all the way up to
Yeah.
Up there by the,
Fortunately.
I got to go check out the one up there by the SKC, what's it called?
Over where?
Pablo Paulson.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Hungry Horse?
It's not Hungry Horse anymore. The Kootenai, Sailor's Kootenai Drive.
Kerr Dam.
The Kerr Dam, but it's no longer the Kerr Dam. The
Mm.
Salish bought it. The Salish
Okay.
got it back, I should say.
Well, that's a different one from Hungry Horse, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Hungry Horse
The
is
Kerr
right
Dam.
up there.
He's right. I'd have to go check that one out. It's pretty big.
There's-
We went to Hungry Horse last summer. Took the kids. On the glacier.
I don't see Kerr on here anywhere. Is it called some, is it one of these?
It's got a Salish name now. I didn't even see it up there.
hmm, Now, this is strange. Plants that make up the total thermal generation. So Colstrip's not even on here. See, they're just on that other map we were looking
The
at before.
information is a little lacking a little.
Well, is this
Well-
the same thing that the map we're just looking at?
I-
It wasn't on there.
Exactly, yeah. It's just different part of the grid.
Washington,
Yeah.
Oregon, Idaho.
Idaho.
Yeah.
We're two small potatoes.
Right. Well, we can just refill ours.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's right. The leaf missiles here.
I got a buddy who wrote his doctoral thesis on the susceptibility of the grid to sort of cyber terrorism, if you will. He was out there in George Mason University, and he and his doctoral advisor were just looking for something to do, and so they started pulling up public records like we're doing now, and they took a pretty deep dive into it, but one fine day the FBI knocked on his door
Oh, no.
and said, "Young man, we're very interested in your work. Would you like to share it with us?" Yeah. He made some coin off of that. I thought you
meant they showed up guns blazing.
well, no, I mean, he was not really doing anything illegal, but he was basically kind of showing how exposed, and basically said, oh, if I wanted to cyber attack, here's I know the geography, and now I can, I think he was digging into some of the control systems too, but.
Well, I mean, everything's Wi-Fi anymore.
Yeah?
Honestly, if
Everything,
somebody
our
really
GPS,
wanted to
I mean-
mess some stuff up, you just put out some EMPs.
I've heard this.
Take down the power grid, everything.
You'd have some seriously disturbed states.
Okay, so
No,
let's,
everything else would implode because they couldn't get on the internet.
I mean, you seen the advertisements for those doorbells? Video doorbells?
yeah,
I mean, they also have a version of that where it's your actual lock on your door. Okay, so now you're gonna leave your security of your house up to Wi-Fi. I mean, they already stopped making the baby monitors that have the video via Wi-Fi, so you can turn your phone on and watch your baby sleep.
Oh, yeah, that's because you could hack those and watch them.
Well, they found out people were hacking into it, pedophiles were hacking into them,
Oh,
watching
gosh.
people's children, talking to people's
Ugh.
children, and taking pictures and whatnot.
oh, it's
So they
terrible.
don't sell those anymore.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's like, I remember seeing it when I had my daughter, and I was like, well, that's kind of a cool idea, but that's all Wi-Fi. And I was like, that just doesn't even sound safe.
I'm trying to zoom in on this. I'm trying to find the Colstrip. I want to say, like, this is it, the 500 kilovolt guy out there. But I'm surprised it just sort of drops. When we were touring Northwestern Energy, we were seeing these lines. It was like all the way right out to Seattle.
Lawrence they're starting to shut down some of those strips?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Also, Texas has its own grid, so there are 3 separate grids. East, west, and Texas, because they're all 60 hertz, but they're not in phase with each other. So there are these big kind of DC lines that connect them.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Nevada's got nothing.
No.
What's there is just for Vegas.
Yeah. Where's Las Vegas? Is it here?
Yeah, I think they're down there.
That guy right there, okay, yeah.
12.5-hour drive from here.
Was it the Hoover Dam right
You made it once. I will be making it again. in
Good for
July.
you, good for you.
I don't care
Vegas?
for it, yeah.
there? Everybody's like, oh, I gotta do
It
that.
bothers me because, you know, I know I can spend $50 and buy a plane ticket, but, you know, if he wants to drive, whatever, scared of cats.
Okay, so 12 and 13 are in good shape. There's not a whole lot. Let's look at this guy, compressed air storage 2. There might be one more bit of pain to push through here. Ooh, wind farm problem, and compressed air together. Since wind mostly blows at night, will store energy when the electricity market is low, and generator is high. Arbitrage.
Remember that? Seems like not that long ago.
Okay. So this week's assignment will combine week 9
And 8.
and 8. So we're going to maximize revenues generated from the farm using compressed air storage. That means we want to maximize on-peak power production by shifting all of off-peak wind into storage using air compressors. Then the combustion turbines and compressed air to generate electricity during the peak periods. We will also be generating any wind generation during peak when it's blowing. We'll assume we can determine the cavern size and not worry about it. Also assume we have the transmission to increase the on-peak sales. Okay. Assume it's going to operate 250 days a year. Since compressed air compressors, size compressors to use the most of the off-peak wind energy. Okay, because the compressors have a minimum size of 5,000 horsepower. There may be some leftover or remainder of off-peak wind that cannot be used. In other words, size the compressors in only 5,000 horsepower increments, and the CAS compressor energy cannot exceed the off-peak generation.
60 megawatts.
60
air compressor.
Yeah. Okay, so we did the stoichiometry, yield the following relationship of generator size per horsepower of air compressor, 3.9 generator kilowatt per horsepower of air compressor. Okay,
The nearest tens,
around this, there's tens of a
just tens.
megawatt, tens of megawatts.
Okay.
No decimal values to size the generator. So size the CS generators, then size the generator, finally combine both the wind farm and the CAS. Help each other. All right, let's,
If it wasn't for the forms, I don't know if I'd make it.
what's the four? gonna take this guy. Take this guy, start a fresh spreadsheet. I'll have one. Oof. That's the spot. I have always my coffee over there too.
Don't mix that with your coffee, it'd be drinking.
No. It's just that time of day, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let's paste that in there. File. Save as. Computer. Yeah, that would not be good with coffee.
Mm-mm.
Not even a little
I
bit.
made that mistake once. 14.
Thanks. Compressed air energy storage. All right, I'm going to take a break on this guy, right about 30. Then